I grow up, or at least retire, one of the things I'd like to do is be a camp cook. Be it a hunting camp, fishing camp, expedition type of thing. Just cooking food for a small group of people, 10, 15, 20 people, in an area that I really like, and that's out here, outdoors in the woods, just out and amongst nature. All that being said, one of the guys I work with, while he was in the Navy, spent quite a bit of time in Puerto Rico, and he's always talking about a dish that became one of his favorites while he was there. Arroz con pollo, chicken with rice. And today I've been working out in the yard, doing some chores and getting stuff ready for our vacation. So I'm going to make that today. I'm going to show you how I do it as I would think a good camp meal. Searching YouTube and stuff, I've not seen where anyone has really done that. I've seen several arroz con pollo recipes, some really good videos on how to, but I haven't seen it done as a camp meal, and it's a dish that I've really grown to like a lot, and I think it would make an excellent camp meal. So just bear with me. I'm going to get some charcoal started to get the Dutch ovens heated up, and I'll get back with you and I'll show you how I make this. Oh, and I do want to apologize for any background noise besides the little chirpy birds. My neighbors, they're moving in and building over in the lot next to me, and they got some heavy equipment going, so I hope it's not too big of a deal, but anyhow, just stand by, and we'll get to making this. Okay, I've got 15 coals in here, and I'm just gonna get these started. I'm gonna put them inside this. All this is a galvanized dog food can sitting on top of 2 bricks. I do that a lot of times just to get it up off the ground, get the coals up off the ground, so the ground doesn't rob the heat out of the coals as much. But I'm going to put all 15 coals down inside here in a ring, probably 2 rings. What I want to do is I'm going to fry the chicken, so once the chicken gets frying, I'm only going to partially fry it. The rest of the time it's going to be cooking with the rice. But once we add the rice and the rest of the ingredients to it, I'm going to remove some of the coals and be more uniform for the Dutch oven method of 9 on the bottom and 15 on the top. So once these coals are ready, we'll put them down here, heating the Dutch oven up and the oil, and get ready to start frying some of the chicken. Okay, as you can see, the coals are starting to get hot. They're almost ready. What I'm looking for is all the edges to be kind of white, and they're almost there. As you can see, there's a few of them that just haven't quite got to that yet. So I'm gonna let these go another, I don't know, 2 minutes maybe, and build the little ring for them and get cooking. Okay, as you can see, all the coals they're all white, and they're getting quite hot. So there we go. I'm gonna put my oven down here. This is a 12-inch deep. One of those shims. I keep a paper towel in there that way it'll absorb any moisture if any gets trapped inside there, and hopefully keep the pot from rusting any. But it's like I said, it's a 12-inch deep. Couldn't tell you what manufacturer it is. It's not a Lodge. It's I'll be honest with you, I think it was one of them wooden crate kit ovens, but it's been a good one to me over the years. I've cooked cooked a lot of good food in it. Burnt a few too, but mostly I've cooked some good food in it. So it's been a good oven for me. And let that heat up a little bit. And this recipe calls for annatto oil, and or at least I hope I pronounced that right. My Spanish isn't very good at all, but what that is, it's just an oil with some annatto seeds that's been simmered in it, and that's where most things cooked in it have a very yellowy, orangey color to it. It's I don't have any of that. I can't find that anywhere. So what this is olive oil with some Sazon seasoning from Goya that has got a little bit of culantro and annatto in it. Let's see if I can get it up close to the camera here. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's got a little orangey color to it. It'll make the food really a really pretty yellowish color. A little research I did. That's a lot of cheddar cheeses. That's they add that as a coloring to cheddar cheese to give it that good orangey yellow color to it. So anyhow, I'm gonna pour this in here and let it get the heating up. And I'm on a bit of a hill here, so I'm going to have to keep shifting things around a little bit, but I'm just going to let that heat up for a few minutes, and then we'll get to frying the chicken. No, I'm afraid this one might be to be continued. Okay, what I've got here is just a whole chicken. I cut it up this morning and got some Goya adobo seasoning on it. That's it, just chicken with a little bit of seasoning. I'm going to put the big pieces in first, get them frying first. And all I want to do is brown these up a little bit and get them started cooking. I'll get the other ones going here in a few minutes. Okay, I'm getting ready to flip these guys over. You're going to love to see how orange some of these are. Actually, just that first guy we put in there, see how orange he's good? Keep that a few more minutes, guys. Keep turning this a little bit here, because mostly for the oil, it's sitting on a slight hill, so I want to make sure everybody cooks up there. Get these other guys going inside here. I've also got some more charcoal in the weight here, and I'm going to get it started here in just a second too, because once a quick second. Hold, chop some of that in there. But yeah. Alright. So get the sofrito sauteing in the oil, then we'll get the other coals going. Let me show you that. Made this up yesterday too. I don't know how well you can see because I'm staring into the sun, so I can't see back at the camera monitor. It's cilantro, peppers, onions, garlic, and a little culantro, kind of made up in like a pesto, but that's going to be the basis for my seasoning once we get the rice and stuff going. So just wanted to show you that. It's going to smell awesome, and you're going to miss out on that part, and I'm sorry, but it's going to smell really good when it's cooking. So a couple minutes and we'll get this going. You'll see. Alright, let's see how these little guys are doing. Yeah. Just frying away. That's good. I really think this will make a really good camp meal. It's simple one-pot meal. Doesn't take a lot of ingredients. Hearty. This recipe is supposed to feed 6, I think, and really I'm going to say it's going to feed 4, especially if they're guys. But it really is a beautiful dish. Okay, pulling these off here and cook a couple of seconds. Once these wings and a couple of them legs heat up a little bit better, I'm just trying to brown them up a little bit. Anyhow, I'm going to spend most of their time cooking in the liquid with the rice, but just want to get this nice back on there. And it's losing a little bit of heat too. I think it'll be all right. Oh yeah. Do it. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to take these off for right now. And transfer them over here. I'll get the oil, the rice and the other things, the sofrito cooking up. Yeah, the piece is still on the raw side, but it'll be alright once it gets to cooking the rest of the way through. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, come back here. Look at that little fella. Nice thing about these Dutch oven lids too is they make a really good serving tray too. Take the camera off and stand, and I'll show you. I really hope you can hear me okay on this stuff. I never know how loud to talk, and I'm not a loud talker to start with, so bear with me on all the shakies. But see that lid makes a good warming platter too. So, all right, I'm gonna put this back on the stand, and we'll go back and finish cooking. Ooh, I might have to recruit a camera operator for this. Standby. Hey Ruth, would you operate the camera on this one so you can get inside the pot? Alrighty. Oh, you gotta smell this stuff, Ruth. Alright, I'm gonna put a couple tablespoons of this in the oil. Big heaping tablespoons too. Yeah. Well, maybe 3. There we go. And give this a couple good little stirs here. Okay. I'm going to let that cook for a few minutes, and then we'll add the rice and start getting all this together. One other thing I was supposed to put in there and I forgot was some olives. I'm supposed to dice them up, and I'm not going to have time to do that now, so I'm going to put a few in here. These are just sliced salad olives with some pimentos in it, and I'm going to put maybe about a tablespoon. Try to break them up a little bit while they're sauteing. Losing some of my heat from the bottom here, so it smells good though. Rush this a little bit here, so I'm losing some of my bottom heat without the lid and the top heat. So what I've got is how much to it? 3 cups of rice, and I'm gonna put this in here and get them good coating in the oil before we add the liquids. Let that get stirred up in there. Get them good and coated. Alright, and I'm going to let that saute a little bit. Oh yeah, that's starting to yellow up really good. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's got a good little yellow color to it. You can smell the sofrito in there. You guys are missing out by not being able to smell this. Can you smell it over there, Rue?
I can. It smells wonderful. Let that blend together a few more minutes, and then I'll start adding the rest of the ingredients. And so I add the rest of this stuff now. I've got some chicken broth, 32 ounces, 4 cups. See? Yeah. We'll add that. no salt added diced tomatoes. Don't cook with a lot of salt. Add that up. Okay. Get that stir together. All right. Yeah, a little bit more adobo seasoning. Okay. And about a teaspoon of cumin. I got cumin seed here. Put that a little bit more, maybe. All right. About a teaspoon. Just a little splash of some ground clove. All right. A little whey wasp. And mix that back together again. We're going to add our chicken back to the pot. Alrighty. There we go. Everybody in there. Beautiful. Alright. Lid on there. And our top heat. And I might want to get a little reserve batch going here. Okay. I've got 15 coals for the top. And normally you'll use 9 for the bottom. That's it's a simple method of whatever size oven you're using to take that dimension, in this case 12, minus 3 for the bottom, which give you 9 coals, and plus 3 for the top for 15 coals. The two combined, 9 and 15, will give you about a 350 degree oven. There we go. I'm going to let that cook probably about 40 minutes. And, well, we should be eating. Alright, stand by. So, where's my lifter? Oh, there it is. It's been about 15 minutes since we've put the coals in the top. So, what I'm going to do here is, I usually start with the bottom. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but I'm going to give this about half a turn. Oh, that's heavy. Clockwise. And I'm going to do just the opposite with the lid. I'll give that about half a turn. Kind of clockwise. Some people do quarter turns. I'll start off with half a turn and then I'll maybe do a third of a turn, or well, not really a third of a turn, that's kind of hard to keep up with, or a quarter turn afterwards. And you're just trying to keep your heat balanced out, and you don't want any little hot spots and stuff. So another thing, you don't want to continually lift your lid. Dutch oven cooking is a lot about trust and faith in it's going to do what you expect it to do. So every time you lift the lid, you're going to have escaping heat, and it's best not to do that. So it's been, like I said, 15 minutes. We're going to go I got another set of coals going over here for the bottom, another 9, and we're going to go another 15 minutes. I got one more set of ingredients to put in here towards the tail end of it. So we'll go 15 more minutes, and then we'll add that and be right back with you. Okay, it's been another 15. Ooh, I guess I need that. It's been another 15 minutes, I think. So what I'm going to do is move them little guys out the way. Lift that up. Okay, this may wind up going longer than 15 minutes more, but and then I'm going to add some peas and carrots to it, just to pretty it up a little bit. These are just frozen peas and carrots. And there's about a cup of both, so. Kind of mix these little fillers in there. Being on a slight hill here, so that's some of that. Yeah, blood in these little guys in there. That's starting to look pretty good. All right. Put the lid back on. Quarter turn, and I'll lift this up and put it on the side for just a second here, because these are all gone. They've about burned themselves out. Alrighty. This little guy down here. All right. And I'll go another 15 minutes or so and see how it is. We may have to let it go a little bit longer after that, but we'll make our determination once we see it after another 15 minutes. All right. It's been another 15 minutes. I've went ahead and put a few more coals on the top, just to get some more heat going. They burn down quite a bit. It's kind of breezy day today too. You got to keep your eye on the wind, especially when they're exposed like this. And just take a peek on it and see how it looks like. I am suspecting we still have to let it go a little bit longer, but oh, it is looking good though. Can you smell it over there, Rue?
I can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think maybe 15 more minutes here, and that'll be. It's starting to look really, really good though. All right. You don't want. We don't want to lose too much more heat though. Let's put that back. Anyhow, as you can see, it's coming along nicely. I'm going to let this go probably another 10 minutes, 15 at the longest, I think should be due. And I think we'll be eating real soon. Alright. Alrighty, it's been the last 15 minutes. Let's take a look here, see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm going to let this go, I think, just as it is. Oh, that is awesome. Well, now I know I'm going to let that go just as it is. Oh, that was a good flub. Anyhow. Better that it was the lid instead of the pot, huh? Let's take a look here. I want to show you guys this. And then I got to pick up all my hot coals before I start a forest fire. But look at that. Arroz con pollo in a Dutch oven. I think that'll make an awesome camp meal. Alright, thank you for watching. And normally I finish with "we'll see you in the woods," but in this case, I want to say we'll see you at camp. Thank you.